Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, how we're going to fix this bad boy together. Guys, we've got to talk about something that's really near and dear to my heart, and it's based around a tragedy that happened yesterday. Now, it's not getting a lot of play in the media because it doesn't fit all the narratives, but we're going to talk about it right now because there was a shooting in a church yesterday. Guys, please consider arming yourselves, training, becoming part of a security team. Just the world that we're living in right now is so level of crazy high that you have to at least be prepared for the crazy. If it doesn't happen, amazing. If it does, you're prepared. All right, everything will be linked in the description box below. I can't wait to hear what you guys think. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Let's dive into this. All right. At Braden LOA on X, please follow me over there. We are doing amazing things in our community together by multiple distribution points, and X is the next frontier. YouTube is incredible. X is the next one as well. All right, let's get into it. Gunman kills 2, wounds 2 at a Lexington church after shooting a Kentucky state trooper. All right, this happened yesterday, and I'm just going to leave that there for 1 second. The big takeaway that I want to really drive home on this, guys, you never know when or where psychopathy is going to strike. I'm not going to try to sit here and say, you need to do this thing because you're scared. I'm not trying to drive it from a scared perspective. I'm trying to go at it from a prepared perspective. This is a run-of-the-mill church anywhere in any town, USA. You never know when some random psychopath is going to be converted to any other religion and then all of a sudden be a member of Antifa because they're pissed off about geopolitical events. You never know. That's why I'm saying the solution is not fear. The solution is being prepared. That's all I'm saying. Okay, let's keep going. Now, I'm going to show you a few of these highlights because this is terrifying stuff. A suspect went on a shooting rampage in Kentucky on Sunday, injuring a state trooper before moving to a church and shooting 4 people, leaving 2 dead. Lexington Police Department Chief Lawrence Weathers said the spree started just before noon when a state trooper pulled the suspect over for a license plate reader alert. The suspect opened fire, injuring the trooper. It happened on that part of the This is the important piece right here, guys. This is what triggered the entire thing. Police department chief Lawrence said the spree started after a state trooper pulled the suspect over for a license plate reader alert. So the guy was already armed. He already had intent to do ill will. He was pulled over for a license plate reader alert, and then he just went off. Now the problem here, other than the entire initial being pulled over and then shooting a state trooper and then carjacking a vehicle to get to your true target, the problem here is there's no way to know all the different overlaps and Venn diagrams of people's relationships and what is happening, what is not happening, who's getting pulled over. Literally, guys, the only way to ensure your safety and those that are around you's safety is to take advantage of your Second Amendment rights or have someone who you trust more taking advantage of their Second Amendment rights. You find your own level of comfort on this, but what you're dealing with right now is every town America church was targeted after being triggered by a state trooper pulling over I'm going to show you here in a second, it's just a flat out psychopath who's been corrupted, and then carjacking a vehicle and getting to the church. This is a different scenario than a planned out event. This was, I'm already on the edge, pulled over, triggers the event, carjacks somebody, goes to the church and shoots people. Literally, that is the way that this went, okay? Let me show you this. Again, this is the AP. I just showed you Fox. Everything's always linked in the description. 2 women died on Sunday at a church in Lexington, Kentucky in a shooting rampage that began when I already told you that part. Now, one thing that's important to know here, the 2 women who died, they were actually the wife or ex-wife, I got to look at that, and the mother-in-law of this individual. So there was a targeted level of it, but that's what I say. You never know the overlapping relational binds and the Venn diagram that's overlapping that's going to affect you. Guys, this is the whole point of my video. I want to bring attention to it because it's a horrible tragedy, but I also want to put it out there that it is better to have something and not need it than need it and not have it. I'm begging you, please. I care about every single one of you guys because we're all part of this together, and a solution is hardening our environments. All right, let's keep going. Now, this part I'll be gleeful about. The suspect, or the piece of trash, was shot by police and died at the scene. The suspect was not immediately identified. I've got that for you in a second. Preliminary information indicates the suspect may have had a connection to the individuals at the church. Okay, the connection was wife and mother-in-law. Those are the two that have passed away. All right. After this happened, then the trooper was shot. This guy carjacked a vehicle and then drove straight to the Baptist church, that, as you can see right there. And there's some pictures from the thing. All right. Here is the individual that they are saying did it. Okay, I'm going to show you some corroborating stuff on another website in a second. Apparently, this guy had converted to Islam and had joined Antifa and was pissed about Palestine or Gaza, however you want to say it. That is not my reporting. That is what people are saying on the internet. So just take that for what it's worth. I'm just telling you that's what they're saying. But there's an image of the individual. Now, this part right here, I want to show you this website that shows the same person. Again, I'm not going to say his name because I'm not going to give him notoriety. But this piece of trash right here in the orange jumpsuit in the middle from a previous arrest, which, shocker among shocks, it's always previous, that's the same person. And I'll zoom in on this one. As you can see, that is the actual individual. And then this one is what someone else has posted. Same nose, same eyes. They've added facial features, or they've added facial hair, and you can see the other accoutrement that he's wearing in that video, in that image. It's the same person. Now, this is going back to the main point of this video, guys. You never know what is going on in someone else's mind, someone else's scenario, someone else's family. We are entering a point in our society where it is better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. You just saw 3 weeks ago a church, a vacation Bible school with 150 children inside of it was saved by 2 security guards. One guy used an F-150 and one guy was well trained and used a firearm. And thankfully, that piece of shit died too. But what you're dealing with here is an uncontrollable society that you have to insulate yourself and those that you love from. Again, I'm not trying to scare you into action, but what I'm trying to do is say, listen, you never know about these things. If you are trained, if you are confident, and you are competent to do it, take up that banner of protection because we need it. You are seeing this over and over and over again. The solution is for good men and women to take out the freaking trash like you're looking at right here. I don't want to advocate for violence, but if violence comes knocking on my door, I'm going to protect everything that I hold dear until I either finish the job or I am not able to. And I know a lot of you feel that exact same way. This is really important, guys. But that's why I wanted to show it to you. I hope that helped. I hope that plane landed, and I hope that all those negatively affected, particularly the children that were involved in losing parents, grandparents, and now pretty much everything that they know, find a positive environment to land in, because this is just awful. All right, listen, people, that got dark, that got twisted. I didn't want to do it, but please, God, be prepared, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.